What's good, family? Welcome back to another video. And today, I'm bringing you guys another full-length album reaction. Today, we have Charli XCX with her newly released. This literally just dropped 2 hours ago. This is Wuthering Heights. Hopefully, I said that correctly. Yeah, Charli XCX, no stranger to this channel. We've reacted to all of her albums up to this point. If you were to ask me what my favorite albums are by her, definitely her debut album, as well as Number One Angel, and of course Brat. And I do like Pop 2 as well. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into this. I don't want to waste too much of your time here. For anybody new to this channel, I don't really like to pause during the song. I'll wait to the very end to give you guys my thoughts, unless I feel the need to pause it because I don't remember what I'm gonna say, or the song is just just of such a vibe. It's so hard that I gotta pause it right there and then. Then I'll pause it. But for the most part, I like to make this a pretty consistent playthrough, just for it to be enjoyable for you guys to watch. Um, but yeah, it is 2:30 in the morning, so I do apologize in advance if I come off a little low energy. I just reacted to an album before I recorded this video that was Brent Faiyaz's Icon. So I do apologize in advance if, like I said, if I come off low energy, I might break this into two parts, not two separate videos, but I might record, one half of this right now and then record the other half in the morning when I wake up. We'll see. But if you see me in a different outfit, that's probably why. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into it. Let me not ramble anymore. Track number one, House featuring John Cale. This is a lead single for the album. I have not heard any of the singles leading up to the album. Just want to clarify there. Yeah, track number one. Let's go. Oh, you're not gonna let me play it. All right. Technical difficulties. We're coming back. There we go. Here we are.
Can I speak to you privately for a moment?
Hmm.
I just want to explain. I'm a prisoner to live for eternity. Am I living in another world? Another world I created? For what? If there's beauty, say it's enough. I think I'm gonna die in this house.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house.
Okay.
In every room, I hear silence.
Okay. That was House featuring John Cale. Yeah, I can't say I was expecting that. That was very different. That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, you had this guy kind of talking here in the beginning with these strings in the background. Very much so grandiose style of production, reminiscent of, kind of like it sounds like a soundtrack to like a movie. If I'm not mistaken, it does give off like a movie soundtrack vibe, given how, grandiose the production is. Then you had these unsettling, abrasive horns or drums coming in there at the end, as well as this heavy, distorted vocal delivery by Charlie, which was really unsettling. it, it yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't want to dig too deep into that. Um, But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this one. That was okay. Let's see if the album has any sort of theme here, if there's a bigger picture that I'm missing. Let's keep it moving. Track number 2, Wall of Sound. Let's go.
Unbelievable tension, wall of sound, no real reason, and I can't escape it. 'Cause every time I try, talking myself backwards away from my desires, something inside stops me, so I'm gonna stay still. 'Cause every time I try, talking myself backwards away from my desires. Tell me you love me, tell me that you need me. You ain't keeps me breathing, keeps my heart beating.
All right, that was track number 2, Wall of Sound. I don't know how I feel about that one. Almost feel like this should have been the intro to the album. Uh, I don't really think her vocals really match the production. More specifically, the auto tune that she uses on her vocals. The delivery is fine. The melody is fine. What she's saying is fine. It's just the fact that she has on that vocal effect. I feel like it kind of clashes with the strings and the violins and all the, grandiose production that's going on. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna give her a chance. I'm gonna see if she can change it up. I'm gonna see if, it sounds better over different, uh, you know, styles of production. I am getting a heavy soundtrack movie vibe from this. I don't know if she's promoting a movie. I don't know. I don't know what the case is. But yeah, let's keep it moving to track number 3. Hopefully I don't sound like I'm hating. I'm not trying to hate it. I'm trying to understand it. But yeah, just wanted to say that. Okay. This is more what I was expecting.
Ever since I can remember, I felt it in my bones. A tragic destiny was reserved for me all on my own. But oh, I didn't know why. Oh no, no, I didn't know. But then I saw your face and realized I was dying for you. 'Cause you're a gun to my head and you're a wound in my chest. Yeah, you're my favorite jewelry one, just like a noose round my neck. I'm losing gallons of blood, the rivers turning to red. I got a smile on my face, I bleed even though all the pain and torture that I went through all makes sense to me now. I was
Okay.
dying for you,
I'm
I
liking
was
this.
dying for you, I was dying for you. Even right at the end, I'll keep dying for you. All the pain and torture that I went through all makes sense to me
There we
now. I
go.
was dying for you, I was dying for you,
I
I
like
was
this.
dying for you. I'm losing gallons of blood, the rivers turning to red. I got a smile on my face, I bleed even though all the pain and torture that I went through all makes sense to me now. I was dying for you, I was dying for you, I was dying for you.
All right, that was Dying for You. Yeah, I definitely did enjoy that one a lot more. That was kind of more what I was expecting from Charlie. And that's not implying that I need her to do this sound all the time, because it's definitely still different. You had these kind of the strings going on, but at the same time you had that tempo, that beat, and then you also had like these I don't know what you'd call it, these synths kind of getting stuck in like a loop sort of deal, as well as the vocals coming there at the end. That was kind of like same deal, kind of getting stuck in that loop. Her voice sounded better here. I thought her voice fit the beat as well. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one. I I can appreciate that she's trying something different. Like even though, you know, at first listen, and I'm sure a lot of people would say this is not different from anything she's released before. It still has that that base of, like, the base is very much still the movie style production. The grandiose, I hate repeating that word over and over again, but that grandiose production style. It still has that base, but it has her own flavor mixed in with it to make it Charlie. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like it. I'm here for the ride. Let's see what else she can do with this sound. Let's keep it going with track number 4, Always Everywhere. Let's go.
On the hillside, shadows chase the dawn. Your name is carved where the wild winds have gone. I can't escape the storm you gave me. Constant lightning in my veins. Always everywhere. On the water, your face on top of mine. A fevered dream of mirrored features, hungry eyes. Comes your name, flash right back at me.
All right, that was Always Everywhere, track number 4. I don't love it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really love it that much. Her vocals did sound good here. I wish she would have done a bit more as far as, her writing. Very simplistic, very just kind of straightforward, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just wasn't really feeling it that much, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't want to, harp too much on that. We'll keep it moving to track number 5. This is Chains of Love. This is another lead single for the album, which I have not heard yet. I did say that in the beginning, in case you didn't catch it. But yeah, we'll check this out. Track number 5. Let's go. Oh, we
I'd
got
rather
lyrics.
lay down in thorns. I'd rather drown in a stream. I'd rather let myself on fire. Like this, it's a breaking of my heart. The chains are never cool. I shouldn't feel like a prisoner. My face turning blue. Days will never break. Can't breathe without you here. The chains are never cool.
All right, that was Chains of Love. Yeah, I definitely do enjoy that one a lot more. I thought there was a lot more of emotion in her singing. I definitely felt it more. I could feel and hear her emotion. Love the production as well. Love her vocals, the melodies. Yeah, like I said, much more passion. This one was more enjoyable for sure. Hopefully the rest of the songs, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say hopefully the rest of the songs can sound like this. I just would hope there's as much passion in her singing as there was in this song. I will say that. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to, set myself up for an expectation that she might not reach. So we'll keep it moving. Track number 6, Out of Myself. Let's go.
You take me out of myself, and my fingers gripping the floorboards. I'm holding on tight, forbidden fruit brought me back to life. You take me out of myself. Who am I? Myself. You take me out of myself. You
I
hold
like this one. This one's good.
you take me out of myself. Am I a guy? Who am I? Am I a guy? Oh, push my cheek into the stone. You take me out of myself.
All right. That was Out of Myself. Again, I'm not too crazy about this one. I'm starting to think like maybe if there was like a music video for each of these songs, or maybe, which I would assume to be a movie, if there was a movie that went along with these songs, I would appreciate these songs much more because I would be able to visualize what exactly she's trying to paint in our heads. Um, and it just hits different when you're watching a movie and you hear, a certain song in it, and that song kind of matches the mood, kind of matches the scene in that movie. I feel like it could be the same said for this song, Out of Myself. Like, I feel like if there was a scene attached to this where the song was playing in the background, I feel like I would appreciate this song a lot more. But as it stands, I don't know. It's, I don't know. I can't really get into it. I can't really get into it. It's not bad per se. But like I said, like there's some songs on here where she does pull it off and it sounds good. Now, granted, those songs are kind of more, the standard Charlie songs that we've heard in the past with that kind of fast tempo and those, that electronic sound. Um, but her mixed with this kind of classical, if you want to call it, with these strings and pianos and these chords. I don't know if they go hand in hand that well. I don't know. I'm trying to give it a chance, and I'm trying to be nice as well because I love Charlie, man, and I do appreciate her as an artist. But I don't know. It's not doing for me. It's not doing for me. It's not doing for me this far. There's still plenty of songs for her to change my mind, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not gonna judge too quickly here. We're gonna move on to track number 7. Open up. Let's go. But like I said, man, if we had like a visual attached to these songs, I feel like I would appreciate it a lot more. All right, that was Open Up. Not really much to say about that one. This kind of felt like an interlude. I feel like we're kind of gearing up for the second half of the album. Let's see. Let's see. We're gonna keep on moving to track number 8, Seeing Things. Let's go.
It was in the winter.
So what I say?
Crossroads. Saw a man about your height, just walking. Same kind of shoulders, same kind of new clothes. Couldn't believe it, so I chased you down fast and I caught up. I stopped and tapped your arm and waved and said hello. I think I'm seeing things that are
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
I think I'm seeing
This is her executing the idea greatly.
I think I'm seeing things. I think I'm seeing things. Keep sliding through the glass to find you. You're a ghost now, maybe your reflection. In fact, I'm certain I just saw you in a window. I was just browsing when I met your eye. Couldn't believe it, so I reached my fingers out to touch your face. To find you. To find you. To find
Love the
you.
piano. All right, and that was Seeing Things, track number 8. Yeah, man, this was good. This was good. I feel like this was her executing on the idea greatly. Um, love the way she layered her vocals. Love the piano there, playing throughout the entire song. You had that electronic beat pad there at the end. I feel like that was, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I just feel like this was a great execution of this idea that she's been attempting to execute throughout the album. This was great. This was great. This is definitely a better track. We're gonna keep it moving to track number 9, Alters. Let's go.
As I kneel before your altar, I begin to cry. One is not the loneliest number. Won't keep putting all my faith in you. One is not the loneliest number. Got me turning.
All right, that was Alters. Yeah, definitely a better song. I'm not saying better than the last one. I do enjoy that song a lot. We're definitely, crossed the bridge from Open Up into the second half of the album. I feel like this is much more, I don't know. I don't know how to describe this later half of the album, but it's definitely picking up for me. I love the songwriting in this song. Love her vocals in this song. Love how she sounds over this production. Yeah, this was good. This was good. We'll keep moving to Eyes of the World, track number 10, featuring Sky Ferrara. And I believe Sky Ferrara was on one of her previous albums. I don't know who exactly Sky Ferrara is. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but yeah, we'll see how he or she sounds over this style of production as well. We'll check it out. Track number 10. Let's go.
Do you see the stars in my eyes? Do you see me frozen in time? Watch me leave the girl behind. There's a shadow. Plant projections on my mind. Something that you recognize. Do you think you know me now? All suspicions become true. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, you're gonna think the things you think about me anyway. Put my flesh upon the cross until I scream. Oh, the eyes of the world keep me believing what I see. Oh, the eyes of the world keep me believing in me. Oh, the eyes of the world, eyes of the world, set me free, set me free. I let the fire rush straight to my head. Sabotage to prove I meant what I said.
This is Sky.
You're gonna love me like I'm already dead. Fragments of myself reflect. See you watching them while I get ahead. I know you love me like I'm already dead. All your suspicions become truth. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, you're gonna think the things you think about me anyway. Put my flesh upon the cross until I scream.
Got this heavy electric guitar coming in. Kind of reminds me of Kid Cudi. All right, and that was Eyes of the World featuring Sky Ferrara. Yeah, that was fantastic. I think this is my favorite track off the album thus far. Loved how they both sounded over this production. Love that distorted, heavy electric guitar there at the end. Kind of reminded me of Kid Cudi a little bit. Yeah, this was good. This was really good. I enjoyed this one a lot. We'll keep moving to track number 11, My Reminder. Let's go.
You're always my reminder of where I started from. I'm not gonna be a bitter rival.
Hmm.
We grew together in the same
All right, and that was my reminder, track number 11. I know I said that I liked track 10, and I think that's my favorite song on the album, but I think that one was my favorite song off the album. Yeah, she sounded great over this production. Granted, it's the norm for Charlie XCX, the tempo, the beat, the electronic sound, but she did mix in those violins there as well, which I thought was neat. She sounded good. I love how she stretched out some of her lines. Not some of her, not, stretching out is not the right terminology. It had a break in between her lines to really let the electronic bass kind of hit a little bit more, kind of more pronounced, if you will. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That was awesome. That was a really enjoyable listen. We'll keep moving to track number 12, the last track on the album, actually. This is Funny Mouth. Let's go.
Unfunny words from your funny mouth. I take them inside. Are you man enough to compromise? If there's a light, don't let it go out. Take it in stride. Put your foot in your mouth. Will we be alright? Everyone sleeps. Everyone wakes up. Everyone dreams. And everyone breaks up. But if there's a light, don't let it go out. Take it in stride. Put your foot in your mouth. Will we be alright? Everyone sleeps.
All right, and that was Funny Mouth, track number 12. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that one, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really love it. She sounded good, but I guess I just didn't really like the production that much. But I'll leave it at that. Let's talk about the album, Wuthering Heights. Now, I want to try to be fair. I'm not gonna be too critical because, like I said, I do feel like this is a soundtrack for a movie. I could be totally wrong, but it gives me that vibe with the production, with the grandiose production, if you will. Uh, and it just feels like a lot of these songs should have some sort of visualizer attached to it. Or, it just feels like a lot of these songs are meant to be played in a movie, in certain scenes of a movie. So yeah, all things considered, I'm just gonna try to be fair. I'm gonna try to be, not as critical. Um, yeah, I mean, well, I will say, let's talk about the positives. I will say, I feel like she has refined her sound a little bit on this album in terms of just even attempting to sing over this style of production. Although it wasn't my favorite, there was a couple of points where she did execute on the idea. Granted, some of those songs were, you know, kind of the production that we've heard in the past with her, with the electronic sounds, with the fast, tempo, the BPMs, fast BPMs. Uh, so, you could say that maybe she didn't execute on the ideas where she was trying more of these slower sounding songs. But for the songs where she did execute on the idea and she did use that standard sound that we know and love Charlie for, there were still elements of stuff that we haven't heard from her in the past, with violins, with pianos, with all sorts of instruments that we haven't heard her, sing over. So it's a refinement in that sense. I feel like she was able to find herself over that style of production in some of these songs. But in other songs, I do feel like she kind of gets lost in the production. Uh she doesn't really feel like she has a presence on the production. She doesn't really feel it doesn't really feel like she knows what she's doing over the production. I know that may seem kind of harsh, but it just feels like she doesn't really fit it. I feel like it's, like I said in the beginning early on there, the auto tune effect over her vocals kind of clashes with this sound. It doesn't really sound as good as I thought it would. But then again, like there's songs where it does sound good and I feel like it does fit the production. But, in those songs, she had to stack her vocals, layer her vocals over one another, play with her range a bit more, even having strong songwriting, which brings me to my next point. There wasn't really a lot of strong songwriting on this album. Granted, there's no lyrics, so I can't really, read the lyrics as I'm listening to the song. So I'm gonna try to be fair on that. But yeah, the songwriting kind of left more to be desired. I feel like she left a lot of meat on the bone, not only in terms of the songwriting, but in terms of just finding her sound over this production, over this style of production, I should say. Um, yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I do feel like it's a step forward in terms of just trying something different, and I do tip my cap off to her for trying something different and just taking this risk. And this is the part of the risk that you run when you try something new like this. It's either going to stick with people or it's not going to stick with people at all. In this case, I don't think it's gonna stick with me as much as I, would love it to. Cause like I said, I am a little biased and I do like Charlie XCX and I want this to stick with me. Excuse me, I had a hiccup there. And I want this to stick with me, but I just don't feel like she really executed on these ideas as well as I know she can. Uh, Yeah, I'll leave it at that. There's certainly still songs that I will pick off of this album and listen to, and I do see myself going back to. And let's talk about those as well. That segues into my least favorite songs. My favorite songs. My least favorite song would definitely have to be House featuring John Cale. Just very unsettling, kind of abrasive. Maybe if I watched the music video, I would understand it more. I'll have to do that on my own time. But that would probably be my least favorite song. My favorite songs off of this album, I'm gonna try to pick three here. Chains of Love. I did enjoy Chains of Love a lot. I enjoyed Eyes of the World. I thought that was the standout track on this album. Love the way her and Sky Ferrara sounded with each other. They sounded great over that production. And as well as My Reminder, I think that is my third and final favorite song off the album. Those three songs would probably be my favorite off the album. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. If I were to give this album a rating out of 10, Probably feeling like a 6, maybe even a 5. I know that's harsh, and I'm not trying to be harsh. Trust me, I love Charlie. I've listened to all of her albums. I am a little biased. I want to like this, but at the same time, I have to be unbiased. I have to be honest with myself, and I have to be, just truthful. I feel like she could have done better on this album. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, give it like a low 6, high 5, somewhere in that range. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think though, down in the comment section below. As always love to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know if you're following what I'm saying, if you think that I'm not making any sense, if you think I'm being too harsh, any of that good stuff. I'm open to hearing what you guys got to say. But I think that's gonna do it for me today. I'm gonna go catch some Z's. I gotta wake up in about 7 hours. So yeah, I'm gonna get some rest up. It can certainly grow on me, this album. Probably gonna give it a listen tomorrow before I go to work or on the ride to work. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, positivity. Love y'all. Take care of yourself. Peace.